Hey, morning YouTube. Probably don't look too fresh. My eyes aren't opening that much, but yeah, just woke up not too recently, but I was doing some chess puzzles before I got to bed, and then I was in online mode. I like Lee Chess because on your tablet you can do up to 50 puzzles, tactical puzzles, even without Wi-Fi. So it's perfect if you like go camping, but still want to play chess or whatever. For whatever reason you can't get Wi-Fi, or you just don't want to be distracted by the multi-armed and legged beast that's the internet. Anyway, um, so this guy I know locally challenged me to some games. So yeah, C6 is see the problem is like I play the semi-Slav, so if I play knight F3, I mean excuse me, if I play knight F6, oh analysis board. If I play knight F6 here, then after C4, I have to play the regular Slav or something. I don't know that much theory, so I just play C6. It's less flexible in certain variations, like now if he switches to wake up. London system, then I have fewer options. I can play C5 right away, but it is what it is. I got to work on my D4 repertoire. So yeah, here I don't really know the theory very much. I guess Bishop G4 is the most played move. Let's look at the GM games. Oops, I was looking at GM games, but I played G6, and he takes. This can't be too dangerous for black. Um, yeah, he's got a bad dark square bishop. Play bishop to F5. Trades. And then I thought about playing E6, but I kind of like this move. I thought it was more flexible. Who knows? Maybe I could even play E5 at some point. So that's what I went with. And then he came in here, and I just had a feeling this was bad. I took, he took, and actually I should have taken here. Because if he takes this pawn, then do I have an extra pawn? Let's see. No. Yeah, I do actually. I have. Oh yeah, I have. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, I'm like half asleep. Okay, let me use some basic math. Okay, I take. Uh, that's the game. But if I take a pawn, he takes a pawn. Oh no, I'm not up any material. I'm sorry. And actually, my pawn structure looks bad. But the nice thing is here, oh, I'm winning the pawn back right now. But what if he does this? I guess this knight has no moves. This rook can't come. This yeah. So this is what you should look out for in these fianchetto structures. This reminds me of like some video I watched on chess lecture about what is it? What's the system with D4, C4, G3? It's really annoying to play against. It'll come to me probably after I make this video. I'm sorry I'm not more prepared. I was just like sometimes you're just in the mood to do something and you just have to do it while the inspiration is there. Um, Kali system? No, not the Kali system. I forgot. It'll come to me probably as soon as I upload this video. Anyway, but yeah, White is just having trouble with development, and this pawn structure is not so bad. It's all in light squares, and it's hard to get at this backward pawn. Might even attack or something like that. Anyway, that's what I should have done. But it is a blitz game, and I didn't know these ideas, and now I do, and now you will too. Um, so yeah, instead I just wanted to be up a pawn, although it's negligible, although you're able to stay up a pawn. Or wait, I mean, I'm not even up a pawn because I haven't won this yet, right? Um, yeah, I played c4 after some trepidation and probably too much thinking. I was already down quite heavily on the clock at this point, and he did go for this pawn. And I thought he should go for this pawn too. And this is really not my style, but maybe it should be my style. Maybe I should just be braver. I'm trying to push myself to play these type of positions where, okay, this is good, avoiding the trade of queens, maybe threatening to come over here. says black is slightly better. It's about equal, but I don't know if I had this to do over. I wonder how bad b6 is. Well, it's not bad. Still slightly better for black. Probably would have played b6, but what I really should have done is seen that if knight takes, don't have to trade queens. Just keep pressure, bring the rooks over, I suppose. And pawns are equal, so I haven't won a pawn, but this pressure is very annoying. So yeah, if I had this do-over, I would take here. So instead, I did this, and I took this right away. Probably, yeah, the engine always wants to keep up the pressure. I thought about this, but then I'm like, well, I guess f5 doesn't really work because now I take with a better position. Yeah, basically got this in for free, and this is not really helping white. So, but instead I took right away, and I didn't think this move was so great. Played queen c7. Oh, and I just missed a basic double attack on here. I'm still fine if I just bring this back, but yeah, I lost my piece. I think the game didn't last too much longer. I resigned here. Let's go over one more. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Back to Lichess. I'm going to showcase CVG, chess video game, sponsored by chesslessons.com. A video later today. Well, hopefully my eyes can actually open. All right, let's look at this because this one is far more interesting to me. Although the other one is an opening I pretty much never study. So, Accelerated Dragon I've studied a lot. Although, don't tell anyone, but I'm still need to work on my main lines a lot. But this is not a main line. This is a common way people play. They're going to castle queenside. They're going to attack. But white's played this move, not d6, so it's not really like the regular dragon. I castle. He castles queenside right away. Same as in the game. Oh wait, he did castle queenside right away, yeah. And then this is common in these perk dragon type positions where you do move the same piece twice, you come out, but you attack this dark grid bishop because he really wants to come here, trade, and then play, f4, h4, g4, and like mate you over here, but it's not really going to happen now. And yeah, some cool variations that I actually was a little unsure about in the game. So yeah, he wants to get rid of this knight. You can't take with a d pawn because you lose a rook. He doesn't really want to move the bishop. Well, he can't move the bishop right now because then he'll take the knight for free. So he kind of has to do this move. And then a nice variation is this. If he's like, oh well, I want to trade bishops with you anyway, and then mate you, you have this nice resource. And then if f4, you can play e5. And yeah, this is very, very bad for white. But this is a common tactical theme that Accelerated Dragon players and really anyone who be in shadows should know. So he just is like, screw it, I'll check you. I took the bishop, and I get a pretty nice attack going here. Engine just says play d6. Let's put the openings on, just out of curiosity. Alright, yeah, no master games have been found in this. Yeah, I usually keep Lichess games on just because there's more variety. If it's like an obviously bad line, no one above like FIDE Master will play it, but on Lichess people will play it all the time, and you can see how strong players refute it. So yeah, d6 is preferred by the engine, but I just wanted to attack. Surprisingly, he doesn't play h5 engine now. I thought for way too long this is my blitz problem. I'm a perfectionist, so I was thinking, oh, I just want to trade right away, but which is obviously going to be better for black. But as you see, you go down from really smashing to just like, okay, you have a structural advantage in the end game, and it's a blitz game, so you could easily screw that up. So better to keep the pressure. But I took way too long thinking about that. Now I'm threatening mate, just forcing him to put all his pieces on bad squares. Play d5. But again, I'm playing all these moves way too slow. I just, yeah, I should see that there's really no way besides pushing the center. So he goes back. Um, and then like bishop e6, but the d4. Um, bishop e6 is good. I guess if he takes, then yeah, I'm going to be threatening mates, threatening all these pawns. It's going to be bad news. But I pushed. He comes here, and I'd say this is my first. I don't know if you could call this a blunder. Actually, yeah, I would call this a blunder because look, I lose basically a whole piece worth of advantage. Um, if I want to defend the rook, I could come back here, but even stronger is here because threatening mate now. He has to take. And okay, so I lost the queen for 2 rooks, so materially that's equal, but it's +8 because his 2 rooks are not so active, and my queen and both bishops are just killing him. He has to block the mate. If b3, assume I'm going to do this discovery. Yeah, and that's obviously bad news. This is more natural, but then there's a problem here. And if h3, then d3 leads to mate, evidently. Now it doesn't lead to mate. How does it go from mate in 7 to not mate in 7? Riddle me that, Stockfish. Very confusing. But yeah, I guess I'm slithering in here. Not pretty. So, and then if I don't want to calculate that all that, I can at the very least trade the rooks, keep the queens on, and he has to go somewhere with his queen. I mean, if he really insists on trading, then this is a different story because I can play here. Um, Otherwise, he's just got to run away somewhere like this, trying to trade queens again. And yeah, I can keep harassing him. But instead, I kind of limply just was like, all right, I'll just develop my pieces, which is great. But if you're attacking and then you close your own lines and he's like defending everything, it's not really going to work. And so, yeah, now he can just kind of hold it together. Is that what he played? Yeah, that is what he played. Very natural. And yeah, all of a sudden, still kind of looks nice, but there's no queen. And he's defending the square a million times, not to mention it's blocked. So the bishop is blocking. And yeah, he can play f3, knight here, and untangle. So yeah, it was very bad. But you got to keep playing. Oh, and then I had another chance to do this. I thought about this in the game, but I was worried about this. But I didn't really calculate that I'm winning here. So yeah, he kind of gave me another chance with c3, letting me open him up. But instead, I went back, and he closes it. And yeah, the rest of the game's not super interesting, but I'll just play through it for completeness sake. Um, yeah, a4 doesn't really do anything. It just seems consistent with this. E5's interesting. Yeah, some of these dragons where white does this, you can kind of slither your bishop in. Maybe even like this. That'd be cool. But instead I did this, and then yeah, now I have nothing. And in fact, he has this passed a pawn, which should have won him the game if he had more time. Oh, excuse me, the other a pawn. And yeah, now it's just kind of equalish. I'm in really, I think I had like 20 seconds left to his 40, but still somehow I managed to win on time just because I'm, okay, now I'm winning again. F, rook f6 would have been better. I like instinctively went behind the pass pawn, but yeah, this is better because it's threatening to win the bishop. Let's just look at that line real quick just for fun. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the game, but he lost a lot of time. I'll show you the game real quick. So the game I went here. And, oh yeah, you see how I'm like, yeah, I gave him, somehow I'm still winning, oh yeah, because, but I gave him all these extra tempos to push his pawn. I came back and I'm still winning. Oh, I guess I'm queening. I forgot about this d pawn. I'm like, how the hell do I stop the a pawn? But I don't have to worry about that. And I queen first. And I have an extra piece, so should be good. But I kind of panicked here. And I was just playing really fast. This was a mouse slip. I didn't mean to play that. I think I meant to play here, which is also a bad move. I can still win if I push the d pawn, but I just didn't even realize I even had a d pawn. That was a mouse slip. And, obviously now I'm losing, but I won on time. So, but yeah, interesting opening game, and it's very weak that I allowed the queen trade. The other game was interesting in that I also have Fiend Shadow, and then I just keep pressure on the b pawn, and even though material's equal, I should have a slight advantage. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.